So if I understand you, and please correct me if I'm wrong, when you are convinced that a particular action will help your business, do not worry about
you don't have to go back.
Just move into it.
What you need to do is, you need to see the traffic that comes after the action. For example, when I was shooting the drone, 2 men came out of their houses. I said, oh, wow, what are you doing with that? I said, I'm capturing this out. Wow, is that a helicopter? I said, no, it's a drone. It's a technology for me to capture from different angle, from area view. He said, oh my God, can you capture my estate in Lagos? They are inquisitive.
You got businesses from that.
And I got the contact and we started doing business. And when they come on board, you know they have a mindset already that you're going to be expensive. But when they now meet something different, they feel at home. When you now say to them, for all this service I'm rendering you.
Are you telling us that with all this innovation,
we don't add to charges?
That it doesn't add to your...
Never. We are just using it to boost our business. See, to make gain in business, you don't have to look at one client alone. If you have to make 100,000 naira and you have 10 clients, you make 10,000, don't you? Instead of sticking to one, to make 100.
Instead of trying to squeeze one client.
And you know,
in the process, it might run away.
You might run away. But when you have 10,000 in 10 places, you have 10 clients already. Who are going to bring more 10, probably. 10 turns to 200, and so on and so forth. So if you plan your strategy of making your gain for this in this business, I'm not in for the money. At a point in time when you build your business to a certain level, you become an household name.
What's your recruitment strategy like? Because I want to assume that it's not everybody that shows up at your door that you just employ.
Okay.
How are you able to get good guys?
You know, I'm not in this business because I have money. So I'm a professional myself, and I'm going to be part of the recruitment. So if I ask you a question on the interview, I know if you are good or not. Forget it. Because it's my line of profession. So it's what I've taken to the next level you cannot even reach in 10 years. I'm ahead of you professionally in 10 years. If you are coming from the university in Nigeria, before you can attain my stage, you still need about 5 to 10 years. So I know more than you. I know which area I want to focus on in the interview.
So
thorough interview selection.
Okay.
Your CV, I don't care about your CV. You can hire somebody to write you a CV in this modern world. You can sit down in Nigeria and hire a company in UK.
So you're more interested in the aptitude?
Yeah, in the person, in the kind of person you are.
Okay, the character.
The readiness and the professionalism in you. I know you are just coming from the university or from the college or from the polytechnic and all that. I don't expect you to have everything in one box.
When you say an applicant's response to the questions you ask determine whether you're going to pick him or her at the end of the day, I'd like to know what kind of questions do you ask?
I use case study.
The average applicant. Case study.
I use case study.
This is the first time I'm hearing a Nigerian entrepreneur
I'm a Nigerian man with a Western idea. I use case study. For example, you are coming from real estate business. I'll give you a case study. I'll let you analyze it and give me a solution to it. Perfect. It's as simple as ABC. Because
this is a new one, really.
Because you are coming to work. You have to solve case study every day. How much can you handle stress? Because to be an estate agent, you have to handle stress on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I can just say, for example, this tenant called you, that so happened. How are you going to take care of the situation? So if you are the man that I want to employ, you will give me the answer that I want to hear from you. It's not a yes or no answer. You have to go. I will give you time to talk about it. And I'm not somebody who is looking at your English. I'm looking at your intelligence.
Your analytical thinking ability,
and how you can solve
your problem-solving ability.
Skill. That's it. Because if you have the opportunity to go to school abroad, that is why degree from other Western world is going to be superior to how, sorry to say, till Jesus comes.
We don't need to apologize.
Because why?
They're doing the right things.
It's problem-solving skill. You have to be part of the learning process. When I was taking my master's degree, it's all case study. I've taken a course from the IPM, which you know about.
IPMA.
Yeah.
UK.
You are a fellow member, I know.
Yeah,
you are like a teacher to us in that course. So, it's all about case study.
You make my head swell.
So, you guys gave us thorough case study last year, and we did it. And people that did not pass cannot have decided. So, for you to be a professional in any field, You have to be a problem solver. You have to work with case, because on daily basis you are meeting people. It's not about the mathematics you learn in your university. It's not about the chemistry. It's not about the graph. It's not about the.
And it's not about the grammar you speak.
You speak. No, come on. This is if I have a billionaire client who's speaking Yoruba, am I going to say because he speaks Yoruba, I'm not going to take his money?
Take his business. I'm
going to speak Yoruba to this man. Let's work together and let him be my client. So
you tend to put them through scenarios in business,
but not worst case
to test their analytical ability,
what they have learned in the university, and how they.
What about character and aptitude? Character and attitude.
You know,
because somebody told me once that attitude is much more important in hiring than aptitude.
You know, when you give case study, it's a combination of two.
Okay.
I said, how well can you take things under duress? It has to do with your attitude.
True.
You understand? If you are somebody that gets angry on the phone easily, you cannot be an estate agent.
How would you test that during an interview
I'll give you a case study. Like I said, if the case study is going to be a big case study, like a small sentence but with big meaning. For example now, I can say a tenant just moved into a house yesterday and he called you back that the water is not running, the electricity is not working, and he's angry, he wants his money back. How do you do that? You know,
but if you're smart and you have what they call common sense, I want to assume that you'll be able to play the employer.
But I want to hear the terminologies.
Okay.
You understand? I'm a man in the field.
How would you gauge my attitude on a daily basis, my character?
You see, they said our attitude is like smoke. Okay. You can't hide it too much. If I give you 3 case studies different from different facets of the industry, within the 3, I will know kind of who you are, if you can handle stress or not. Because you can just say, okay, I will call the landlord and say to the landlord, you should go and fix this. Meanwhile, you don't have to talk to the landlord like that. Both of them are your clients, you are just standing in the middle. You have to be present in that situation and hear from both sides. Because tenants will want everything, including cleaning of their house.
What other things do you do to ensure that you get the good guys into your organization?
Okay, thank you. Another method is by referral. I employ you. You have been with me for 2 years. You are a good guy in all ways. You cannot be 100%, but you're giving me what I want, and you are ready to learn, and you have been part of the process as we go by. I can ask you to recommend somebody. You know, they say, show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
I can say, okay, fine. Do you have somebody like you that you can vouch for? But you are going to sign an undertaking. If this guy goes astray, 2 of you are going, not only him.
Wow.
You see?
Wow.
So it's going to bring, probably, if he was a first class in the school, it's going to be the next guy that they used to do assignment together who has been lobbying him for jobs. He's just going to call him, Jide, I have a job for you. And the guy, for the fact that he didn't want his friend name to be in charter, he will behave and he will be ready to learn alongside with his friend because he's a new guy in the team, and he will even be ready. It will be more easier for us to train him because he's going to be a friend to his guy and he's going to be a part of the team. So,
won't they gang up against you?
You see, in every organization, you have your defense strategy.
Okay.
You have your even bank has it. If a bank sack his worker today, the first thing they do is they will make sure he does not have access to the username and password again. Even before he knows, he will just come to his office and log in, and he will find out. That means they have collected all his access.
Okay.
So that we can't discuss
so
that
referrals, which is another brilliant one that is coming forth today, is another strategy in terms of employee recruitment strategy. What else can you tell us?
Another way is we make public announcement. But by so doing, they are still coming for interviews and aptitude tests and background checks and all that. Or by way of...
But won't that open a floodgate of thousands of people?
It's better when you open a floodgate of thousands, because life itself is competitive.
But won't that be cumbersome? Won't organization manner
be wasted? It won't be cumbersome. You will set a target. For example, if you advertise on Jobberman, for example, that you need a space in your office, from the moment you post the ad, you started getting emails.
True.
But you will set your limit that on Monday to Friday, and then you remove the ad. So those CV you have received from Monday to Friday, you go through them, you shortlist them for screening. Some brilliant students are not good in writing, but they can deliver. So you have to pay attention to their CV very, very well. Some people are good verbally. Some people can put things to work practically.
Sure.
Some people are a combination of both. So when you are picking the CV for shortlisting, you have to pay attention to all those facts.
Well, you have hired. I'm now an employee.
Okay.
How do you go about staff motivation?
Staff motivation, we make sure that you work with us as a team.
To enhance productivity?
Yeah. All my staff, if you can ask them, even after this interview, I don't treat them as my staff. We are like a co-worker. I'm not somebody who is going to sit down there and say, go and do that thing. No way. We are going to be there together.
So you're not an armchair general. You are in the trenches yourself.
Because I'm the leader of the team. So when something happens to the head, it happens to all of us. When we win, we celebrate. If we lose, we learn from it. So it's going to be like a teamwork that works. So when you come on board, first thing is we have to train you, and we make sure, when you give employee the sense of belonging, it makes them part of the brain behind the industry, and they want to do more. But if you are just like, go and do this,
go and do them like a slave.
Go and do that. You are collecting salary now. You call him on Sunday. You see, you are not going to get the best out of them.
So the humanity in that staff is what you have to appeal to.
Yeah, you have to get the best out of him. How do you get the best out of him? Is make him part of the process. You don't make them work for you, but work with you.